to judge your heart, people of God. Let me tell you something.
Oh my God.
Keep your mouth off, folks. Why you talking about folks in their condition and you in the same condition they in? We both a mess. Let's both go to the altar. You don't talk about me, I don't talk about you. Let's just pray and talk to God. Why God speaking to you to tell somebody something and you doing? You got it mixed up, baby. He was talking to you. You just tried to pass the buck. God ain't always talking to you about somebody else. At some point, God got to talk to you about yourself.
That's right. Amen, preacher. Lord, I thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
God showed me my members, and God also shows me me.
Amen.
You let me know, you ain't handle that right.
Amen.
Got to go back. Got to go back. Tell somebody we got to go back and make it right.
You gotta go back and make it right.
Let me read this. Job was murmuring and complaining. This just blessed me. I said, I want to read this. Job was saying, even the day is my complaint bitter, my stroke is heavier than my groaning. Poor Job felt that his lot was unbearable. But he recovers himself. He checks his hasty outbursts and revises his impetuous decision. How often we all have to correct ourselves. A lot of times we don't take the time to correct. You ever said something or did something and the Holy Ghost just said, now you know you shouldn't have said that.
Amen.
You know you shouldn't have did that. You know, you say something, hurt somebody's feelings, crack a joke, but then the Holy Ghost said, go back and make it right. But because everybody was laughing at it, you don't want to make it right. But Job here started looking at himself. And so he tells somebody, check yourself. Self-check. Check. Amen. Some of us got lists, but we ain't on our list. We working on somebody else's list. Tell somebody, write your own list of your own do's and don'ts.
That's right. Lord have mercy, Jesus.
What this talks about when it talks about Job is there are three things that Job did. This is what blessed me and I want to share with you. The first thing Job did was acknowledge or paid attention to the divine knowledge of his life. He said, he knoweth the way that I take. Let me tell you something. God see you.
Amen.
He knows which direction you're going, whether it's good or evil. He sees it. So the first thing Job had to do was say, wait a minute. All of this stuff is going on, but God knows what I've been doing. He knows my heart. See, you got to think sometimes. Either way it go. If you've been doing right, God know your heart. If you've been doing wrong, God know your heart. So what Job was saying, why am I complaining? Even though I'm in this state, why am I complaining? Because God know the way that I took. He know that I've been an upright man.
Amen.
And if we haven't been upright, tell somebody he know that too. Woo! Some people forget that. I've never figured out why people want to hide from other people when God sees everything you do. I have not figured that out. You're trying to hide from me. I don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. But the Almighty does.
That's right. Lord, thank you, Jesus.
You know what? Sometimes people think that they can fool you.
Amen.
They do. When you become saved, people think that they can fool you. You got other saved folks too think they can fool you.
Amen.
They do. They think they can fool you. And if you pastor members, sometimes they think they can fool you.
Amen.
But you ain't saying nothing. They don't realize that God hadn't given them access to it. If God don't give me access, I don't touch it.
That's right.
Suppose it's a yoke that God put on them for their judgment, for the trying of their heart. See, some of you don't realize you got these old stubborn attitudes and these bad. Woo, God's just trying to work on you. He's trying to break you.
Amen.
Tell somebody he's trying to crack that egg. So you can let that bad spirit out. guilty. For his eyes are upon man. He seeth all goings. That's Job 34:20. Job 34:21 says, the eyes of the Lord in every place, beholding the evil and the good. That's Proverbs 15:13.